Despite the overwhelming debunking from every corner of academia, science and archaeology, the phantom time hypothesis refuses to die. Why? Because it scratches a very modern itch: skepticism of authority. In a world saturated with deep fakes, manipulated images and the constant hum of online disinformation, the idea that the powers that be, the historians, the institutions, could have edited the past feels weirdly believable to some. It taps into a pervasive distrust, a feeling that if you can't trust what you see on your screen, how can you trust what's written in dusty old history books? The theory thrives in the echo chambers of podcasts, the sprawling threads of Reddit, and the endless comment sections of YouTube, where someone inevitably and often innocently asks, "But can you really prove it didn't happen?" That's the sweet spot for any conspiracy theory. Not a smoking gun, but just enough doubt, just enough perceived ambiguity to fuel endless discussions and encourage a deep dive into alternative narratives. It's less about historical accuracy and more about cultural resonance, a reflection of our contemporary anxieties about truth and manipulation. What if it were true? Let's indulge the fantasy for a moment. Picture waking up tomorrow and the registrar, with a straight face, insists it's actually 1728. What would that world look like? Steam engines would be the stuff of science fiction. America, as we know it, hasn't been discovered by Europeans, and your smartphone, that's pure magic, an impossible dream. You'd immediately demand evidence, right? You'd want to see documents, artifacts, proof, and that, in a nutshell, is exactly what historians do every single day. The global web of interconnected human activity, ships sailing, traders exchanging goods, scholars corresponding, empires rising and falling, leaves behind an intricate tapestry of overlapping timestamps. Deleting 3 centuries wouldn't just erase a few dates, it would unravel that entire tapestry, creating gaping holes that couldn't possibly be filled. Think of the sheer volume of evidence: millions of coins minted, countless leases signed, endless rent rolls recorded, detailed eclipse tables observed and documented by multiple cultures, even mundane records like the price of salt in Ghana. Every single one of these would have to be either fabricated or mysteriously vanish without a trace. You simply can't airbrush 300 years out of existence without leaving a massive glaring seam somewhere, a seam that would be visible across every discipline, from geology to linguistics, from art history to genetics. The sheer scale of the required cover-up, spanning continents and generations, makes it utterly implausible.